Good day, everyone. It's Bordeaux Rose here. How are you? How are you? It is Wednesday, hump day. It is actually December 11th. Okay, how many more weeks we got left in the year? Like 3 more weeks almost, to be exact. Left in the year. And you know what, I've really been thinking about my 2020 and like, what am I gonna do different next year to just level up, as a person in general. And I came up with a few things that I think is gonna really help me and you out. So I'm gonna do my makeup as usual. I'm always doing my makeup when I come to you guys. But I'm gonna do my makeup and we're gonna discuss these things. And hopefully it can help you and your journey through next year. Because God knows 2019 was, ugh, we need a better year next year. So we're gonna go through these 8 things and we're gonna talk about, what we're gonna do different next year. And the first thing is we're gonna get rid of these fake friends, honey. No, not just fake friends. I'm talking about those friends that they just, I don't know, it's like they're so flaky. They tell you, oh yeah, we're gonna hang out, and then you get dressed and you're waiting around and they're like, oh girl, some of them don't even call. Okay, yes, I've experienced that. And then you have the others, oh girl, I couldn't because blah blah blah. And it's like, girl, you didn't know before now that you couldn't go somewhere, you couldn't do something. Let me know in the comment section if you guys deal with that with some of your friends. Oh, I keep trying to use this but I've run out. But let me know if you've dealt with this with some of your friends, because to be honest with you, they on the chopping block, boo. And those friends that they only call you when they need you, or when they want some information, or they want something done, or they need a favor. I guess that's the same under when they need you. But you know what? I'm tired of them too. You know why? Because I'm always there for them. Always. I consider myself like a really, really good friend. So anytime my friends call, they need help with anything, I'm always like the first one to either offer my help to them, or when they call me, I'm always like, okay, what's up, where you at, call, let's go, I'll do it, I got your back. You know what, 2020, we ain't doing that no more. Bye-bye. We're getting new friends. Or we're keeping the other friends that are good to us, and we're dumping those bad, fake, flaky, full of nonsense friends. Bye-bye. The second thing that I'm doing in 2020 to just level up my life is I'm getting uncomfortable. That's right. I am getting uncomfortable. I feel like sometimes in life we get comfortable with the money that we're making, with just the life that we're in, and there's some areas in our life that we need to level up, and we need to get uncomfortable. We need to say, you know what, I'm not making enough money. I'm not making enough money. I need to either go to school or find a job that I can make more money on in. And sometimes change is good, actually going out, filling that application out that you maybe thought that you weren't gonna get accepted to because you think that you're not qualified. But sometimes you are. You really are. You just don't know it. You have to speak positivity into yourself. You have to stop and say, you know what, I am worth it. I am smarter. I can do this. Even if nobody gets hired on a job and the employer thinks you know every single thing in the world. Matter of fact, people don't like to hire people like that. So if you go in there confident but a little bit vulnerable, I think you'll do just fine. I'm just gonna use pharmacy techs as an example. You're a pharmacy tech, you go to work every day, you bust your butt, and really you're the ones doing the work, barely the pharmacist. Okay, let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comment section. But you're the one that I'm yelling at if my prescription is not filled, because I'm asthmatic. So when I go in and my inhaler is not filled and I'm ready to go, or I want you to fill it right now, you're the one I'm yelling at, not the pharmacist. Okay, so you know what I think you need to do? I think if you really like being a pharmacy tech and that is your thing, and you just love being around all those drugs and prescription drugs, I should say, go to school and become a pharmacist. You can do it. If you're on the fence about it, do it. Do it right now. Go online, find the school you want to go to, and just do it. Do it. You can. I promise you, you can. So if there's any job or any career that you think that you know, just cannot do, and you know, you just watching other people walk up, you know, past you, and you think that you're just not qualified, yes, you are. Do it. Do the damn thing, baby. You can do this. I promise you, you can. You are worth it. Trust me on that, okay? Get uncomfortable about your body. Listen, I have had 3 children. Okay. I've had 3 children. And sometimes, you know, I think about a little nip tuck. I think about a nip tuck now. Trust me when I tell you. The problem is, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of surgery. The only surgery that I've ever had was my C-section with my son. And I think I expressed in another video that, baby, that ain't for me. I know that I want to lose a few pounds, but I really and truthfully don't need to get under the knife, you know? I just need to get uncomfortable with myself, and I need to go to the freaking gym, and I need to eat better and do what I want to do. Just do better. And maybe next year I'll start doing videos on diet and exercise. Maybe not too much exercise, but mostly diet, because from before, a long time ago, when I had my second daughter, I used to work out a lot. And the truth is, diet is what really makes you lose weight and maintain your weight loss. Because you can go to the gym all day, every day, and eat McDonald's, and you're still gonna be fat. Let me just be real with you real quick, okay? But if you practice in the kitchen eating better, you're not only gonna lose weight, you're gonna maintain that weight loss. So working out, what do they say? It's like 20%. It's true. Working out to stay toned and keep your muscle carved if you really want to. But if you don't care about getting muscles and all that, 6-pack and all that, all you need to do is start now with your eating habits. Instead of having that soda, have maybe a fresh fruit juice. And not even that, because they have a lot of juice, sugar in there. Drink water. Just have a nice cup of water. We all could use a little bit more water in our diets, you know. We really can. So get uncomfortable about your diet. Get uncomfortable about your weight. Get uncomfortable about the fact that you wear maybe a size 12 and you really want to be down to a 10. With that being said, don't hate yourself, but we all could use a little bit of improvement. Let's just be honest about that. And trust me, you can do it. You can do it. You just have to say, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Just do it. The third thing that I feel that I want to work on, which I've kind of already been working on this, is becoming a better friend, a better mom, person just in general. I was talking to my daughter the other day, and when I had her very young. I didn't have a lot of money. I definitely didn't have what I have now. I was a single mom, and there's a lot of things that I couldn't do and I couldn't afford, but I never wanted her to know that I couldn't afford them. I just did not want that to be something she grew up knowing, like, oh, my mom couldn't afford it, that's why I didn't have it. I really didn't want that. I wanted, if that was the case, she just knew it from seeing. So there's a lot of things I didn't give my daughter, and she remembers that stuff, and now she's 23. And she has a son now too, but she was just telling me that she remembers certain things that she didn't have, which really kind of bothered me a little bit, because I was like, girl, do you know what I went through to get you the stuff you did have? But I said to myself, you know what, I want to create better memories for my last 2 children. I want to be a better mom to even my older daughter. So, picking up that phone first and calling, hey, haven't heard from you in a while, how you doing? Change that narrative from, how like somebody hasn't called you in a long time and it's like, I ain't calling them because they don't call me, blah, 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 blah. Get out of that. You don't know what somebody's going through mentally. Sometimes you do have to pick up that phone and say, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Now, if they're not answering your call, or they say, oh girl, everything is good, and then they never call you and things like that, that's different, okay? But sometimes be that first person. I'm about to contradict myself in a minute, but sometimes don't be afraid to be that person that picks up your phone and say, hey, how are you doing? Is everything okay? Be a better person. Just be a better person in general. I just feel like be that upstanding person that you want them to be to you. And once you've demonstrated that, trust me, people are going to treat you the same way. And if they don't, you know what you got to do? What we said, number 1. Get rid of them fake, unreliable, flaky, full of nonsense friends and family. Don't forget family, because they try you too now. You use your manners more in 2020, okay? When somebody calls you just to say hi, when they do that, you know, I really appreciate you calling me. Thank you so much. Everything is good, blah, blah, blah. If it's not, tell them it's not. Don't be so afraid, you know? Don't be afraid to say it's not. But, you know, like when you're in the store and somebody holds the door for you, thank you. Look at them and say thank you. I appreciate that. You know, when somebody hands you something, thank you. If you want something from somebody, can you please do this for me? Please and thank you gets you a long way in life. The fifth thing I have to say on my list is something that I feel like a lot of people don't do anymore. I feel like with social media and, you know, couple goals or friends goals or whatever goals, money goals and all this stuff, we forgot about something. We forgot about real love. We forgot how to say, I love you. You know, we forgot to remind our friends and families that you love them. How many times do you get on the phone with your sister, your brother, whoever, your cousin, your friends, even your friends, because you love your friends, right? Okay, but how many times do we get on the phone with them and we talk to them here and there, whatever, and we never say, friend, I love you. I love you, friend. Sometimes that's all it takes to brighten their day. Sometimes they feel bad. They feel like nobody care about them or love them. And just you telling them that you love them just makes them feel good. And I think that's why there's so much like anxiety and stress. We just don't love each other anymore. You know, we don't say I love you. And everybody knows in my house, before we leave each other, before we part ways, I love you. Before I drop my kids off and they get out the car, I love you. It's always I love you. And with the love and the passion gone, the human race is gone. Like, the human race is just getting worse. The greater technology gets and the more expensive the iPhone gets, the love is being lost at the same rate, okay? So tell somebody today, I love you, okay? Before we get into this next tip, I know that I put too much powder and it's really low for all you pros out there. Okay, I'm not a pro. I just be doing my makeup because I want to be cute, okay? And I just know what works and what don't. But anyways, this next one is kind of in the same thing as getting uncomfortable, but I'm gonna say this: hustle, 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 hustle. Now, I do believe in saving, I will say that, but honestly and truthfully, you cannot save your way out of debt. I don't care what nobody says, you cannot save your way out of debt. You have to find a way, especially if your debt is way above, you know, the income that you make. And you know, it happens to the best of us. Everybody's human. Don't feel bad about that. It happens, okay? Them credit cards, girl, the car note. Woo! That car note, girl, them credit cards. I know all about it, okay? Only one way to get out of it is to do what? Make more money. So what we have to do in 2020 is find those extra streams of income. We gotta do that. We gotta find those extra streams of income, because we can save money out of our check and all that good stuff, but what happens? Either you gotta spend it or something, you gotta find another way to make money. So if you have a job and it's taking care of your debts that you're dealing with now, maybe you got a few little extra dollars saved up, you're never going to get to the point that you want to be like that, period. Okay, so it's either you get comfortable with that, and we already said don't get comfortable, get uncomfortable. But the best way to do is find your gift and freaking capitalize on that, okay? I am the type of person that I believe that we have within us to be more than what we're doing right now. Some of us are just lazy, and it's just the truth. Some of us are lazy because we grew up in the worker bee mentality of get you a good job and pay your bills, when the truth is that doesn't do anything for us. We need to get more than just a good job to pay our bills, okay? And don't be afraid to fail either. That's a bonus tip. Don't be afraid to fail, because you learn things in your failures for your next adventure. So don't be afraid to fail. Make that your laser focus. I want to make more money. I want to be bigger. I want to be self-employed, and I'm gonna be self-employed. And just start writing things down from day one, how you're gonna get there, what you're gonna do. You give yourself a time limit, all that kind of stuff, but focus on it. Make it your baby. Make it that thing that you do every single day. You need to be spending at the very least maybe 30 minutes to an hour on your goal every single day. Stopping and saying, what did I do today towards my goal? It doesn't, maybe it doesn't have to be 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe it could be 5 minutes. Maybe you want to be a hairstylist and you need to find out how much it costs to buy a chair or whatever. Go on eBay, look up the chairs or wherever you're gonna look, and make that be your duty for the day. But every day until you achieve that goal, you need to be online or somewhere, or making a phone call or something, finding out how to get there. So that needs to be another thing. Making sure you hustle this year. 2020 is hustle year. 2019 was hustle year for them. 2020 is hustle year for you. Okay. Yeah, the 7th thing that I'm gonna be focused on this year. Now, I did this in 2019, and when I did it, girl, I was able to buy a house that year. I mean, 2018. I was able to buy a house because you know why? I focused on my credit. When I tell you, I just like, I don't even know what the heck I did for money. I just made sure every time I got paid, I paid down some of my credit, some of my debt, some of those little stupid hospital bills and credit cards. I paid down my credit cards. I mean, it took me a couple months to do it because I really focused. And when I tell you my credit score shot up 100 points, I was able to buy a house, okay? I was able to purchase my home because in 2018, I said, I'm done with bad credit. I'm not doing this, and I have a goal. And I accomplished that goal. Early that year, I sat down, I just outlined, I wrote down every bill that I had, every credit card, everything, and I paid it, and I paid it, and I paid it. Every time I got paid, I paid it. I did everything I had to do. And my credit came up to A1 status, and then I purchased my house. So my husband and I purchased our house. I should say I didn't purchase it by myself. But because I cleaned up my credit, we were able to do that. So, and before that, I wasn't gonna be able to buy a house. My credit was shot. But I focused on it, and that was something that I did in 2018. So this is my favorite mascara. Favorite mascara. It's the 3-in-1. It's the best for very, very curly eyelashes like mine here. You see that mascara did absolutely nothing for me. But yeah, so I just think that the next thing I'm going to do is really focus on my credit. You know, make sure that I'm paying off everything and I'm not spending on my credit cards. I'm back to the old good credit wanter or needer that I was in 2019. Even though my credit card didn't stop. My credit score did not drop that bad after buying a home and using my credit cards again for certain things that I wanted to do. But I think it's because I maintain my credit really well too. I never miss payments. I make sure that I pay more than the minimum, things like that. So I've maintained. The last thing that I think that we all should do, man, woman, child, whoever, is self-care. Take care of yourself. And this just doesn't mean you know, a bubble bath here and there. I'm talking about take care of yourself, take care of your mind, you know, just stop for a moment, just make everything stop, everybody stop, and just take care of yourself. Make sure your needs are being met. Be just a little bit selfish, even though I know in the beginning I said don't be selfish, but in this way, once in a while, once every week on Sunday, I am very selfish. I don't want to hear anything, I don't want to do anything, even if I have to get dressed and leave the house, leave my hubby and my kids at home while I go, and I always schedule something, whether it's a manicure, pedicure. Those are the days that I get my hair done, or a massage or a facial or something. Even if you can't afford to do those things, that's fine. Get up, get dressed, go to the beach, sit, relax, just take in the beauty of the beach, the peace that you feel, you know, take your nail polish with you. Okay, polish your nails while you're out there. And sometimes if I can't get out, let's say it's just like pouring rain, I just can't, whatever, I go in the bathroom and I lock the door. And I turn on my music, I put candles, I turn on the lights, and I just relax. And I just take my time in there. I do my own facial if I want to. You know, I focus on shaving my legs that day, or doing my hair, or whatever it is, however long. And I tell my husband, hey, don't be knocking on the door. and make sure your son don't knock on it either, because he's 4. So I told him, make sure our son does not knock on the door either. You guys need to leave me alone for this moment, okay? And I'm gonna take my own time in there and just do my thing, you know? Self-care is very important. This is why you see a lot of people going crazy. They're just so in the day. Oh, I gotta hustle, I gotta make money, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Oh, you know, I gotta go here, I gotta stop this. Stop. Make all of that stop for, at the very least, 1 day a week. 1 day a week. Give it to yourself, okay? And don't be apologetic for that. Be very unapologetic, because at the end of the day, no one is gonna take care of you like you. No one. I don't care who they are, what they say they are to you, how much they love you. No one is going to take care of you like you. So you need to take care of yourself first, then your loved ones, okay? Maybe that's the Leo in me, but you gotta take care of yourself first, because if you don't take care of yourself first, everything else will be derailed, okay? So again, you don't have to follow all of these little tips for, you know, going into 2020 and leveling up your life, but take a couple little things out of it. If you got nothing out of it, cuss me out in the comment section and tell me I don't make sense. I don't have a problem with that. Just let me know, you know, ain't no fights here. I'm gonna be like, girl, I'm sorry. But comment in the comment section of which one of these tips you actually are going to use, what you already implement, some things that you are going to implement that I did not mention here. Go ahead and let me know. I want to hear them. Maybe they can help me and somebody else out there too. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I keep bouncing my hand on everything over here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. If nobody told you at all, and I mean that, we gotta love each other. Whether we know each other or not, we gotta love each other, all right? Positive vibes. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to share. Okay.